Yo, what is up? We are back with a new video, and this is an ELC even a 90 reaction video. Yes, I just picked up this new tank, and this is my second and third game respectively. We are in Caridia spawn on the south. I'm going into the middle to see if I can spot anything, and it looks like we have a teammate that is YOLOing forward, so I don't need to risk myself too much there. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing, turning on your notifications, and giving this video a like, because this is the best way you can support my channel, and let me thank you in advance. Now this one of the bushes here, it's very useful. You can be very stealthy and not take too much risks trying to spot out the enemy tanks. Of course, there's a similar bush on the other side from the north side spawn, if you're familiar with light tanks. But anyway, let me tell you a little bit story about this tank. I just picked this up from the trade-ins recently. I had a Chrysler Grand Final that I bought from the black market for like 10 million credits, and I was never gonna play that tank. I don't even know why I bought it. I don't like slow heavy tanks, but anyway, I got that tank, I traded it in, and I topped up another 1,500 gold for the ELC even 90. Of course, this tank is also available now on the tech tree itself. You can buy it from the French tech tree for 6,500 gold. Now traditionally, when you are buying premium tanks from the premium shop or from the tech tree, you are not usually buying light tanks from the premium shop, and that's because in the premium shop you want to buy tanks that you can make credits in. But unfortunately, light tanks are not one of those tanks that you can make a lot of credits on, because it has very low penetration on the standard shells. Oh no, I got myself spotted here, but I'm gonna wiggle, zigzag, serpentine, left right. This is a small target to hit, and it's a pretty nifty tank. So from a distance, like where the guy was trying to shoot me from, probably 400 meters, it's really difficult to lead your shot and hit an ELC even 90. So when you're attempting maneuvers like this, you can get away with it a lot of the times. Now you saw those guys shooting me, right? I think I dodged about 5-6 shots. They would have easily killed me because I only have 900 HP in this tank. But anyway, I am in the most forward position. I wish my teammates would come and help me, which I think they will do in a second. So let's just wait for them before we push forward. I'm still, I am running standard shells because this is a tier 8 matchmaking, and this is one of my unwritten rules. When I'm in a tier 8 matchmaking, I tend to play with more standard shells because I want to make a little bit of credits while doing this. But look, one shot to the tracks, second shot to the tracks. I did not pen him twice, only my third shot there penned him and caused a little bit of damage. But there you go. That's the problem with light tanks. Premium light tanks, you get low penetration. That is why it's not like really great value for money if you were to spend a lot of money on premium light tanks, because you end up shooting a lot of premium shells just to do some damage, and then when you use premium shells, then it's not going to be credit positive, you know what I mean? It's not going to be very good for your budget because you're going to lose credits shooting a lot of premium shells. But anyway, I'm the furthest forward, and I'm going to use my stealth, vision, mobility, and I will use stealth, vision, and mobility to spot out and try to earn as much spotting or assisted damage as I can. As you can see, I've racked up 2.5k assisted damage. I've only actually done 442 damage for myself, and that was because all those shots into that LTTB basically bounced off his tracks. So that's really terrible. Anyway, if you didn't notice, I've got a new look for the mod pack. As you can see, the HP pool on the top is slightly different, and also if you hit the Alt button right now, you're gonna be able to see the HP pool on every tank that is still alive out there. I hope you like this addition to the mod pack. Anyway, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this latest mod pack that I have put together. I'm thinking of rolling this out on the 1.9 update. I want to see what you guys think about it. If you want me to revert back to the old style, I could easily do that, but I wanted to, you know, freshen up the look a little bit. I kind of like this HP pool counter on top here. It shows the HP pool of the rest of the team. We still have 7,000 HP left while the enemy has 5,300 damage, and then, you know, it looks kind of modern, looks kind of cool. So let me know what you think about the mod pack, and if you want me to revert back to the old mod pack, I could easily do that. It's not a problem at all. But anyway, like I was saying, the ELC even 90, it is not a first choice of people trying to buy premium tanks, either to earn credits or to train their crews. That's because this tank, not just about the premium shells, it also has a very high skill cap. Light tanks are pretty difficult to play if you're not familiar with how all the mechanics work and how you can exploit your stealth, your vision, and your mobility. If you don't know how to exploit those three things, it might be a bit challenging for new players to get used to playing with light tanks. I would suggest you pick up a tank like the Chaffee or the T50 tier 5 tanks and start from that level, and then work your way up to something like maybe the T37 or the T50 tier 6 version, and you know, build up some crew. You need like the French tank, right? For French tanks in the ELC even 90, you need at least a 3-skilled crew, to be honest with you. You need BIA to help you get accuracy. You need 100% camouflage, and you need some gun handling skills. This guy decides to YOLO me, but I managed to take him out with the help of some friends. But unfortunately, there is a Scorpion G that also has the same idea, and that's because the game is basically over for them. They are just interested in doing a little bit of damage before they die, and they are just chasing me down. There's nothing I can do if he's chasing me down, so he got me killed there. But anyway, one of my platoon mates, which this is a random platoon, by the way, I just joined a friend of mine, and his friend over there, which is also in my platoon right now, he is actually capping the enemy base. Here he is. The game is over. We actually count it down, and we actually win by capping. So let's just end the game there. The second game I want to show you, we are in Murovanka North. This is a tier 9 game, a little bit more difficult game for me. So fortunately, I am running a combat setup, which means I am running vertical stabilizers, I am running vents to improve my gun handling skills or gun handling combat ability, and I'm running optics. Now, a lot of people playing light tanks would like to run binocular telescopes, and nothing wrong with that. You can do that if you want to. Maybe if you're new in the game, maybe if you're playing tier 5s or tier 6, yeah, if you're new, maybe you should run binocular telescopes. Let me get a kill on this guy. Come on, you can do it. Nice. Now, the reason why I didn't go forward there, because I knew there is an LTTB and a Lynx 6x6 on the enemy team. If I went forward there on my own, I could have been relinquished almost instantly. So I sat back there, pushed down that tree to give some extra cover, and then just sat there and waited for that LTTB to fall into my trap and finished him off. So just like that, first kill. Well done. Like I said, I run optics instead of the binocular telescope, and that's because optics is going to give me a little bit more combat capability. Now, I'm not just going to rely on my vision to do damage. I need to be doing damage for myself. Excuse me there, a little bit of cough. Let me edit that out. But anyway, I need to do damage for myself, and I need to spot for myself, and I can only do that if I have optics mounted, so that I have a constant increased view range instead of having to hide in a bush and relying on my binocular telescope to give me that extra view range. It is, you can play it that way, but it is a kind of a passive way and difficult for you to rack up a lot of damage. In my experience anyway, I feel that most of the experienced or better players are going to run with this setup. They're going to run with optics because they know that they are going to be more effective by using their mobility, using their camouflage, and combining their stealth, their camo, their mobility, and do damage for themselves. And that way they can help their team to bring down the damage of the enemy team. You know what I'm saying? If you're just hiding in a bush using binocular telescopes, yes, you can earn a lot of assisted damage, but you can't do damage for yourself while you're doing that. So your contribution to the team is hindered because you're not doing a lot of damage by yourself. But if you are combat capable, you are going to bring down the HP of the enemy team a lot quicker because you are contributing to the overall damage of the enemy team. So that's what I say. But like I said, in tier 9, I've mentioned this before, in tier 9 matchmaking, while I'm a bottom tier or mid tier, I usually run full premium shells in my tier 8 tanks. Even if it's a medium tank, I probably start with premium shells just because of the penetration. For instance, the ELC has 175 penetration on the standard shells, and it's not even APCR, it's AP shells, so it's very slow shell velocity. I think we're talking about something like 750 meters per second shell velocity. You're basically throwing your slippers and lobbing your slippers across the map to try to hit something. The shell will travel at a huge arc. It takes a long time to hit anything at a distance. But with APCR shells, you have a quicker shell velocity, therefore you will be a little bit more accurate. You will lead your shots a little bit less, and APCR shells on the ELC even is 950 now. I wished these guys were a little bit more efficient. The Kampfpanzer and the AMX 50-120 could have easily finished this T10 here, but it's okay. I'm here to help, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting behind the T10 and I am finishing him off with my shells. That Kampfpanzer didn't have to die. We could have won this game easily, but we needed that AMX 50-120 to be a little bit braver, to be a little bit more aggressive. He is a tier 9 tank. He has a little bit of sloped armor. He should have been a bit more aggressive, and now I'm calling him on to help me. I'm signaling to him to follow me, asking him to help me push forward, let me spot the P-44 Pantera and he clip him out, but instead he's asking me to wait in the chat, and because of that I get spotted. I cannot exactly take on this Pantera with my 3 shells. I'm not gonna do a lot of damage to him. My shells only do 220 damage. It's gonna end up being a 660 roll, plus I'll take a hit from him, and because of that I got spotted. M53-55 splashed me for 360 damage. I was so pissed off at this AMX 50-120 for not helping me. I shot him twice there. I know I'm not gonna do a lot of damage. I'm not doing any damage on him because friendly fire is on in the new patches, the new updates, right? So I'm gonna leave him and go back and see if I can spot this Kampfpanzer 50T on the enemy team for my artillery. I'm trying to get down to the middle and see if I can spot this guy. I go into the bush here because I need to be careful. He could be heading my direction, but he doesn't. Instead, I see him shoot one of our artilleries. I'm rushing over to try and help out my last surviving artillery. Unfortunately, he gets taken out as well, so there's no point driving that way anymore. So let me just try and see if I am able to spot the Kampfpanzer for the AMX 5120, but the 5120 is just too far away to do anything positive. In fact, he's hiding on a low ground, running away back against the Pantera P44, which spots him and kills him off, and I am left alone to fend for myself. I decide that I'm just going to run away from this Kampfpanzer and see if I can land 3 shots on the Pantera P44 before the game ends. I use a lock on. He tries to ram me, but he misses. I missed my second shot. I get my third shot on him. I try to run away now, but the game is basically over. I tried to do my best there. I did over 2,000 damage, but only 500 spotting. Unfortunately, we could have won this, but it didn't work out that way. Still, I finished on top and over 63,000 profit. Now it wouldn't have been a profit at all. It would have been 0 profit if it wasn't for the bonuses. And the other game would be the guerrilla game. In the guerrilla game, 3,175 spotting damage, 1,600 spotting damage for myself, and over 60,000 profit plus bonuses, 120,000 profit. So not very profitable, but very fun tank to play. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.